Bonjour, mon ami, c'est les Argent. Recently, the star of Duck Dynasty, Phil Robertson, has come under some fire after some remarks he made in a recent GQ magazine interview in which he made some anti-gay remarks. And now, as a result, he's being suspended from the show because of that. And as a result, the show is being suspended from what it seems like. Now, I'll state the two sides of the spectrum that I'm on when it comes to this debacle are one, I don't really like Duck Dynasty. I don't really watch it. And I don't even really watch TV in general, which I've previously stated in quite a few videos of mine. But yeah, it doesn't really bother me that he made these anti-gay remarks. And even when I saw the news story on it yesterday, it still didn't bother me. But even if I were gay, once again, it still would not bother me. Who cares? It's not that big of an issue. But secondly, the thing that really bothered me about this whole thing is the fact that their response to his remarks about homosexuality offends people to the point where you're cut off the air altogether. This further underlines the fact that freedom of speech is an illusion. It's a beautiful little lie that they painted in the document called the Bill of Rights, which, some people seem to miscue and misinterpret in terms of what the bills actually mean, what the actual laws mean, especially the right to bear arms, an issue that was pressed for a few years and still being pressed this year, mainly due to the re-election of our president, current president that is. But yeah, I don't like the double standard that is established for, it's not so much freedom of speech, it's free to say whatever does not offend somebody. And I don't like the fact that whenever certain things are said, people are outlawed like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Paula Deen, I remember that whole ordeal whenever she made those racist remarks about black people. The thing about that is that, I don't really care about Paula Deen. It didn't offend me. Even when I looked it up, I'm just shrugging my shoulders. I'm like, okay. Because being black is not a defining trait or characteristic about me. It is just one attribute. One very small, minuscule attribute. It does not make me who I am at all. And I don't like the fact that every time something is said that offends people, people are basically presented in a manner where it's like, oh, well, they're monsters. How dare you say that thing? But the thing is, though, I've encountered a lot of racist people. I've kind of encountered a lot of bigots, a lot of prejudiced people. But, never do I ever argue that because they feel a certain way, that they should be outlawed, like they shouldn't have a right to have that opinion. I let them have that opinion. Yeah, I may criticize them and not agree with them, but outlaw them outrightly? No. No, in the past, what people did whenever they said things that didn't make any sense or people didn't agree with, they put them on display for the public. And what they did is that they let the people decide. They either agreed with them or they laughed them out of a fucking existence. Instead of making it so that, oh, well, this guy said this, you should dislike him because of that. No, it's really not fair. I'm pro gay rights because it's a form of segregation. And if you let any type of segregation go, then they're just going to implement everything else little by little. It sends a message that, yes, it's acceptable. But never have I thought that anybody that is anti-gay or anti-Semitic or any anti-anything of that sort, have I thought that they shouldn't have the right to think or feel what they want. It should be freedom of choice. It should be freedom of choice. It shouldn't be this false dichotomy that is being presented to people. It's bullshit, and I don't like it. Argent au revoir. Merci, mon amis. Peace.